Hi guys,
Hi,
I'm Isaiah.
I'm Sage, and
We are Twin Flames.
we are Twin
And
Flames
we are transgender.
in union. Both transgender.
And we're students of
Jeff and
Shalia.
Shalia, spiritual students, and
TwinFlamesUniverse.com.
TwinFlamesUniverse.com, TransAscend.love, and we're here to we want to talk to you about self-love on the transitioning journey.
So I want to let you guys know, I literally just got home from top surgery.
Yeah.
I got home, excuse me, maybe 2 hours ago?
Yep.
2 hours ago from surgery, so I'm feeling pretty lucid. I'm tired. I'm very tired, but I'm feeling mostly lucid.
Not loopy.
Yeah, not like...
He was
not like
loopy.
right after surgery.
Yeah.
But we felt it was really important to come and make a video and talk to you about the importance of the physical changes and the spiritual changes.
Yeah.
And
what comes first, and is there one that's more important, or
right?
How do you know what to do?
And how it all is a part of your ascension.
Mm-hmm. Getting closer to God. I want to say that. Or getting closer to
absolutely
love.
Yeah.
Your source.
Yeah. Yeah. So I would say, what do I want to start off by saying? It's very important, first and foremost, that you're ready to have surgery. Mm-hmm. And your heart is going to lead you there. Yeah. Your heart is going to guide you and let you know and tell you when you're ready. Like, for example, for me, I've been on testosterone for almost 2 years now. In May 23rd, this upcoming May, so in a little over a month, I will have been on T for 2 years. But I've been... Excuse me, I'm just taking a deep breath.
It's tired.
Yeah, I have been really transitioning my being in getting to know who I really am and in being myself and what that means to me and my gender for probably about 3.5 or 4 years of going deep into that discovery and uncovering every day layers, deeper pieces of who I am. And the way that I've been doing that is because I'm on my spiritual journey. I am choosing and working toward a harmonious union with my twin flame, Sage, who's sitting right here. And the way... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, it's just that inner state where you're as long as you choose to stay that way, it's this state of this total core peace and harmony between you and your person, your ultimate lover, and
it's a true foundation of peace that you can build your life on.
Yeah.
And Sage and I did reach this. It's a vibration, right? It's a vibration. And Sage and I were in harmonious union. We reached the vibration.
Yeah.
But we weren't able to sustain our vibration there. That was our lesson. Yeah. So we did end up falling out of that vibration.
Mm-hmm. Or we chose our way out of it by not addressing stuff that was needed to address.
Right.
Because you have to. It's not just
And you would just fall out of it. You have to be choosing it and... Yeah.
Yeah. Which not choosing to keep healing yourself through loving yourself would result in that, because that's the point of being together, is get closer to love and become more loving. It's not just to be with the person, although that's included.
And when you do make this choice, it results in an incredibly deeper and more fulfilling relationship that you have with yourself. So you feel more fulfilled within yourself, but also in your union with your partner. So. Like you feel, by loving yourself and choosing to love yourself, you you create a very harmonious and fulfilling relationship with each other.
That's like this, and that's the spiritual work that Jeff and Shalia have been teaching us, and they offer like all this content on how to do this and love, how to really know love.
Whole body of work.
Whole body of work, and everyone in our community is practicing this, and that's what we're doing, and you apply that to everything, including like if you're transgender, or if you're anyone really, but because this could apply to anyone, but it's about like loving yourself so that you can love yourself right now, and just exactly as you are, love yourself right now.
Exactly, and what that means is doing the mirror exercise, and also implementing like spiritual practices every day. But the mirror exercise is, it is anywhere where you feel upset in your life, or you're experiencing, some sort of feeling that doesn't feel good. You can do the mirror exercise, and this takes you directly to that place within your consciousness and within yourself where you're calling for love, and you just love yourself there. And we can share a link. I don't really feel called to go through the whole thing right now, but we can share a link with you guys on the mirror exercise and how to do that and what it is and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're coaches, so we are like certified in our ability to help you through that and learn how to do that more for yourself, and apply the teachings, right, of Jeff and Shalia about love and how to live a life of love for yourself.
Yeah. So now to get into the meat of it, I guess. So we want to talk about like the physical and the spiritual aspect of transitioning, and like when you know when to do it.
Yeah. Loving yourself within versus loving yourself like without,
which would be like not loving yourself.
Huh?
Which would be like not. If you're doing it through force or whatever, or by means
that's true.
Of I don't know, of ego, then that wouldn't be very loving toward yourself.
Mm-hmm. Well, like to give you an example, like it is. I would say like I don't think it's ever really like a bad move. Like I don't think it's an unloving choice for you to alter your body if you're transgender,
right,
and you really desire that. Like I would never say that's like a bad choice.
No, I wouldn't either.
I would just say there are areas where it can feel bad and you can cause yourself like unnecessary pain, basically,
and you could love yourself to a point when you're really ready.
Yeah, so one of those things could be like pushing yourself to go faster than you really feel comfortable with. And that could be like one way, like if you feel like you're only valid as a transgender person, you're only valid in your gender if you do the surgery. Well, it's fine if you really want to do the surgery, but then like where's the component of loving yourself within and saying to yourself within, like, your deep, inner child wounds that you need to address. Just being like, I accept you, and you are valid, and it comes from me, and it comes from God, or from love, or from, I don't know what you would say, like spirit or universe, the source of love, because everything in life is coming from. And so you are giving yourself that love, and that is what you really want, like that feeling. I think it's possible for people to do the surgeries and stuff or alter their body and to feel like some relief, but also I think it's possible to still have a lot of inner pain, or like to have unresolved self-hatred that still kind of like spills out into your life and just makes you feel bad, even if you've had those surgeries. And I think the experience is more fulfilling and awesome if you do it by loving yourself through it. But one thing I was wanting to ask you is, when did you feel ready to do top surgery? Like, when did your heart say, I want to do this? Was it right when you came out?
No, not right
it
when
wasn't?
I came out. No,
so you wouldn't have felt comfortable right when you came out?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I was not ready.
See, that's something I was wondering, because I've actually never asked you that.
Yeah, no, for me,
but
because when I came out, I first started just as a social transition.
Yeah.
And for me, I first had to love myself enough to a place where I was ready and really desiring and wanting to and loving to go on to testosterone.
Yeah.
And once I loved myself enough there, then after that, I feel like it was honestly maybe like 6 months after I started T that I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'm ready now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because that
makes sense.
Yeah, whatever I feel. I felt like I was really still discovering myself and my body as I was transitioning socially and on testosterone. And I really wanted to just like, I was getting to know myself there, and I wanted to be in that space, knowing myself there, as my body was changing on T.
Yeah.
And after that, I felt like I knew myself enough there, and I really was ready, and I loved myself enough.
Oh,
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And now you have it. You've had your top surgery.
Should I show them? Like my chest?
Fine, yeah, you want to.
Should I do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I should.
It's not like porn.
I know.
It's not like graphic.
It's not graphic or gruesome at all. I have a chest. I have a compression chest vest on. Yeah. So that's what you see. Should I do it?
Yeah, why not?
Show it? Okay, Here we go, guys. Reveal. Okay. It's so funny because it literally matches my jacket like perfectly because it's just this black vest. I'm just going to move this.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so here we go. Here's my chest. Do you want to move it down just a little bit?
Yeah.
Down just a bit. So there's my belly, and my drains are here on my right and left side, and I have this compression vest on, and there's a ton of bandages underneath, and in about I think 6 days I have my post-op appointment, and that's when they take off the bandages, and really you get to take a look at your chest for the first time and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then, yeah, that's that so far.
Yeah.
The top surgery.
I think I'd like to share what the physical does for you too in your ascension, because they're one. The spiritual and the physical are one.
Yeah.
And we're not. We are in no way saying. What we're saying is your heart and love has to lead you. Love is first, right? But then, as you let love lead you, you're going to come to a place where, you really feel like, okay, my next step, I think, is surgery.
Yeah.
When you come to that place, you take each step, you take each loving step to get to your place of having surgery.
Yeah.
And you love yourself through each step of it. Yeah. And because for me, I had, which we made another video, which we're going to post as well, but I had challenges just moving through the medical system and feeling safe with my surgery team and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which we did make a video about, so we're going to share that too, so you guys can see, just what happened, how I moved through it, and if you were to ever encounter something like that, you can move through that too, and still come to a place of having a great surgery.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so I think I'd like to share just like how I felt going through surgery and what the physical does for you on your ascension path. This is kind of like the jump, getting surgery is like the leap of faith, it's like we're doing this, let's go. And it's that jump, so you are going to experience all of those emotions leading up to and, before and after your surgery. During surgery, you're on general anesthesia, so you don't remember anything. But, yeah.
Like, what does it, yeah, so, and then it's like, what were you going to say about that, or what it does for you?
Yeah, so, well, first of all, there was a lot of anxiety that came up for both Sage and I.
Yeah.
And it kind of made us look at this, and you kind of have to move through. You have to feel through and move through this fear. But the beauty of that is that you're moving through this, and it can feel kind of intense or extreme, but then you're letting it go. You're moving through all of this stuff so it can leave. So that you're letting it go, and that is the beauty of it. That's the beautiful part of it.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely moved through fear of, I was afraid of the anesthesia, and I didn't want anything to go wrong with that. But that ended up being perfect, and I was afraid, with surgery, there's always a fear of death that comes up. So I had to move through that as well.
Yeah.
And just honestly, like, a fear that something could keep me from even having my surgery, like, up until it, like, there's all of this stuff that you feel, but you don't have to, like, just hold on to that bad feeling and just like, oh, well, I'm having surgery, so I have to feel this way. You can feel through your fear, feel through the anxiety, but most importantly, be present with the part of you that is feeling afraid.
Yeah.
Be present with him or her, and when you do that, you are bringing love to that place, which dissolves the fear. And you can stay in that place of feeling better and more peaceful once you have been present with yourself there, and that the anxiety and fear has dissolved,
And
yeah,
it was good.
Yeah,
because it's instead of the anxiety continuing to mount or whatever. For Isaiah, I know I saw you, like, I kept as I kept asking you how you felt. You were working through it and letting it go and stuff, and loving yourself through it, and then you did start to feel better.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
So that's great. It's great.
Right.
And that can only like positively benefit your surgery outcome.
Definitely.
Because it's the law of attraction. Because if you're creating more well-being inside yourself, you will attract more well-being experiences of well-being, in your surgery or your recovery, whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah. And the nurse took my heart rate, and first it was high and then it went down, so that was cool.
Yeah.
That was good. I also want to share that I felt really cared for by my nurses and my doctors. I felt that they were all very caring individuals, and I'm really, really grateful that I manifested those people to be there and on my surgery team with me. I had my surgery at Denver Health with Dr. Wong and her team of surgeons, and her team of surgeons, her team of nurses, and also the anestheticians that were there.
Yeah.
And it was just, I'm just really grateful that I manifested caring people that were there in that room with me. And that was also a result, that was a result of my spiritual work as well. Because, I chose to love myself there, and in return, I received loving people being present with me throughout my surgery.
Yeah.
People who were caring and professionals and experts in what they do. So there was definitely more that we moved through, spiritually, that just happened with surgery. But I'm forgetting it right now. It's not coming up for me. Is anything coming up for you?
In the surgery?
Well, after the surgery, there was also a lot of feelings that came up for both of us. That was really healing to move through as well.
Yeah.
Is anything coming up for you right now? I kind of forget.
No. I had my feelings. I can talk about that, though, in a different one, about being your support person.
Oh, during the surgery?
Yeah.
How you felt? Yeah.
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 But after the surgery, I felt a big, and I still do, I feel a big grounding, a big clearing up of our energy. Since we're twin flames, we are one consciousness, and so Isaiah's, the masculine and polarity. I'm the feminine energy, and but we're one together, and so as a being, or as a one greater whole. And so him claiming his masculinity is also me claiming my femininity, and I feel a lot more relaxed and peaceful and taking myself seriously, respecting myself and acknowledging who I am in a peaceful, respectful way.
Me too.
So that feels really good, and I just think that at this point I wouldn't have been able to feel that way if Isaiah had if we as a unit had been no, let's not do the surgery now, because I just feel like we had loved ourselves so much there, and in his heart it was time, in our heart it was time, for us to go through that, for him to go through that, and that it really does bring a lot of peace, and it does bring a lot of relief, and it helps us ground or feel more peaceful and settled into our respective energies and into being who we are. I just feel less anxious and less fake and pretendy, and less stuck in my childhood wounds, I guess.
I feel the same.
From this.
It just feels like I can just say I'm a man now, and there's no residual energy attached to that. Before, I would feel maybe I'm lying, or there's something that doesn't feel good when I say I'm a man, but I say it now, I feel fucking peaceful.
Yeah.
I feel there's no energy attached to me saying that doesn't feel good anymore. And that's truly, God, that is relieving. I'm really grateful. It feels really, really good.
Yeah. I think that that's a good thing. I think that if surgery brings relief and those changes to your body make you feel better, you should pursue it. But I also think that
well, it's also too, though, the surgery and the spiritual, or the physical and the spiritual, are one. They could never be separate. So doing this is also, it's a major spiritual progression as well as a major physical progression as well.
Yeah. So it's like a good thing for you in all ways there when you're ready for it and it feels right, compassionate to you to go through it, or peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're like, I would say though, if your overall feeling and everything is like, just if you're having feelings of like self-hatred or hating your body, and that is like the overall reason, relief from that is a big reason why you want surgery. Pursuing the surgery isn't a bad thing, I would say, but at the same time, like I would pursue doing the mirror exercise and loving yourself and stuff, and applying Jeff and Shalia's teachings to help yourself through those feelings, because there is a big difference between someone's experience if they are loving themselves inside. Bless you.
I feel like anesthesia makes you burp.
Yeah, it makes them gassy, but not like farty. Just burp.
No farts, just burps.
Sorry if that was too much. No, but yeah, love you. But like, yeah. So I don't know because you will know too if you really inquire in your heart and feel like what you need, and if the surgery is really the thing and pursuing that. Although it's that and loving yourself on the inside too, on the inside and the outside. So, and then I can talk about too at some point my thoughts too about surgery for my bottom surgery for me too, because that's another example of that. Like I haven't gotten it yet, and I haven't made any plans or intentions to get it for different reasons, and so it's kind of like that's another example where I think that I personally would want to work through a lot more feelings and loving myself inside more for that before I would move forward with that kind of thing, and also ensure that I got a quality surgery.
Right.
I don't know.
The perfect surgeon for you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very important.
Yeah. I don't know, because it's a big deal. In my opinion, it's my body and it's my genitals, which are very sensitive, and you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
So, and then but I feel like this spiritual work makes it so that if you're feeling horrible about yourself, and you feel like surgery is the only way, but you have roadblocks to surgery, or you have to wait a year, or blah 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 blah. This is where you really are being given. Yeah, you're being given the opportunity to be love yourself within and accept yourself now.
Accept and love yourself now.
And one thing that makes me question or wonder is just when you say, now you can say that you're a man, but without the reservations. I mean, isn't it true that no matter what your body is, that you could always say that you're a man, without any upset or reservations?
Well, that's the thing, though. Yes, but there was an energy that I hadn't. I felt like it didn't feel as peaceful, or I hadn't moved through. But now I feel like I've stepped through that gate, and I don't feel that anymore. But just because I felt that way doesn't mean I've always been a man, know. And no matter how I felt about it, or how I felt saying that, I've always been that. And but now there's just this deeper relief there, and there's no, because I stepped through that door of just a deeper energetic vibration of loving myself there.
Yeah, that's right. And I think that for me, it would be help. So because, like you said, we're choosing to have heaven on earth and stuff, spiritual and physical are one, and we're just acknowledging that in our life. So I think that for me, it would be helpful to really, embrace my desire to have a body that fully aligns with who I am inside.
Absolutely.
and to like be like to look into it and to be like, you know, claiming that desire and to be like not rejecting it or saying that it's not that it's impossible, but just saying that it's not worthwhile to pursue or something, because I do have that desire, and so pursuing that and embracing my desire for that, I think that would be healing, because that's what I'm going for, is heaven on earth, and to have that wonderful life like on earth. And part of that is doing the physical things. It's not just an inner journey like you might think spirituality is, you know, and all of life is spiritual too anyway. Yeah. Not that it's separate. Although you can try to do things in a way that's totally separate from love and feelings and purpose. But, yeah.
What's coming up for me now is that I think this will be for another video though, but like I feel that one of the core blocks and core fears for trans people as they're moving through their transition, and as you are just moving through life and continuing to claim yourself and be yourself, is just this fear of knowing yourself and not knowing yourself. It's like just this fear of going deeper and being sure about who you are.
Oh, yeah.
And just truly loving and accepting yourself there, and letting go of control and letting love show you and tell you who you are.
Yeah.
And that's all about meeting yourself in this place where you feel afraid, and letting go, and just letting go into love and feeling however you feel when you do that. And for me, you know, it feels incredibly peaceful and grounding for me to know that I'm a man and that I'm Isaiah and everything. And, but I feel that sometimes we don't allow ourselves to go there and feel that, and just like let go there to be able to go deeper into who you are. But it's safe to, and it feels way better to do that. But I think I want to go deeper about that in another video, but I just wanted to share that because that's what's coming up for me right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. So I think that wraps up for me, though.
Yeah, me too.
And it feels good. Yeah. Cool. Do you have anything else to say?
Nope. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
We love you, and we'll see you in the next video.
We'll see you later. And
bye.
Bye.
Oh, sorry. Did you?
Oh, no.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. No, I wanted to say, if you find the links below, I'm saying find the links below to reach out to or work with us or our spiritual community and explore it and get to know it. And like this video and subscribe if you want more wonderful spiritual and transgender healing content. Amen. Cool. Now bye.
Okay, now bye.
Now bye.